Hey guys, so we're going to go ahead and start our tricky topics for chapter 8. So the topics we're going to be covering are pseudodominance and haploinsufficiency, which will be this video, and there will be other videos over aneuploidy versus polyploidy, non-disjunction, and Down syndrome. So let's go ahead and start with pseudodominance and haploinsufficiency. So both of these are going to result from the deletion of an allele. So remember that we have two alleles for everything. We have one from mom and we have one from dad. And sometimes we can have a deletion where we lose one of the alleles. So we might lose the one from mom and only have the one from dad, or we might lose the one from dad and only have the one from mom. And remember, these alleles could be dominant or recessive. So you might lose a dominant allele, you might lose a recessive allele, or stuff like that. So in the case of pseudodominance, this occurs when you have a heterozygous individual, so they have a one dominant allele and one recessive allele, and the dominant allele is deleted. So the recessive allele is going to be expressed because it's the only one that they have. It's the only option that they have to express since this dominant one is gone. So an example of this is a woman being a carrier for colorblind. So this is her no colorblind, this is her colorblind. And she's not colorblind right now because she has that no colorblind dominant gene that's covering up this recessive gene. But then the normal allele is deleted. There's no longer anything to cover up this recessive gene. So now this recessive gene is going to express itself and she is now going to be colorblind. So pseudodominance, if you were to just take that at face value, it's like fake dominance. And what this means is basically in a heterozygote individual, the recessive allele is acting as the dominant one since it's the one that's expressed. So whenever we look at dominant or recessive, we always say, okay, which one's expressed? In the heterozygote, that's dominant. So in these heterozygote individuals, the recessive one is expressed due to a deletion in the dominant one. So that's why it's called pseudodominance, because it's a way that in a heterozygote individual, the recessive one can be expressed. And the other option for our deletion is called haploinsufficiency. And this occurs whenever someone needs both alleles for something to function and then one is deleted. So one of the ways that you can think about this is when you have two people and they're trying to move this really long, really heavy couch. One person picks up one end, the other person picks up the other end, and they're able to move it. And when both people are there, the couch is moved, everything is fine. But let's say that one person calls in sick, they can't show up, and the other person is left all by themselves. So they go over to the couch, they pick up their end of the couch, and they're stuck. Because it's too heavy, it's too long, they can't move it. So they need that other person there if they want that couch to get moved. And whenever one person is missing, the couch doesn't get moved. So applying this back to genetics with our genes, we need both alleles to perform a function in the human body. So for any sort of development, you could say you need both genes there in order for that, like your eyes to develop correctly. And if one is gone, either the eyes aren't going to develop or they're going to like partly develop, but not all the way. Just like the person picking up their half of the couch, they're kind of doing the job, something's kind of happening, but not really, because the couch isn't actually getting moved. And that is your haploinsufficiency. So big takeaways, remember some examples for it, what they mean, and that they both result from deletions of alleles. All right, and the next video is going to be aneuploidy versus polyploidy.
I hope you found this video really helpful. The concepts and information presented in these videos will be true no matter what genetics class you are taking. However, the concepts presented in this video are referencing material currently covered in Baylor University's coursework. Remember, if you are currently enrolled as a Baylor student, we offer free tutoring services. Our tutoring center is located on the first floor of the Sid Richardson building. You will find all the details you need to know about these services on our website, www.baylor.edu/tutoring. You may schedule a free 30-minute one-on-one tutoring session online through Navigate, or just drop in during our open business hours. For more information about our current services, please visit our website. Thank you.